What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matrieuss. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Shelty. And we have yet again got... Matrieuss has yet again found himself in a very difficult matchup. Last game, he found himself in a Loki versus Odin matchup, and he barely was able to squeeze a win there with an incredibly risky timing push. But he managed to work it out. He managed to realize he had the time to take the town centers down. He got the win there. This time now, he's finding himself in a very different matchup. Poseidon versus Oranos. Now, this matchup is one that is very, very difficult for the Poseidon player to work out. There's a lot of mechanics that go into this, a lot of decision making, a lot of difficult strategic decision making to work out here. We'll see how this is going to go for Matrieuss. There are several different strategies which the Poseidon player can implement, and several different counter strategies which the Oranos player is going to want to go for. So, we'll see how it all goes. But basically, Poseidon is looking for an opportunity to grab a town center with nice hunt on it, for one, and two, a nice gold mine. If there is a decently close gold mine next to a town center, that opens the opportunity for a Poseidon player to potentially grab said gold mine. So that is option number one for Poseidon. Option number two, however, a much better option for Poseidon, I think, is a one town center gameplay. If you don't have those like if you don't have that perfect two town center map, going for a one town center gameplay, going for a semi-fast heroic behind it, not going all in at all. Your aim is to get heroic gauge. Your aim is to get units like the Pacifist out, Curse out, and all of these advantageous units to take out the Atlantean army and make it work where that's concerned. So what's Matrieuss going to do? We do see him leaving Hunt in the middle of his base, which is definitely something which you can effectively give yourself a really good second town center by utilizing Lure onto your hometown center and simply not eating the Hunt there. I mean, if you're worried about it and you're like, I really like the Hunt in my main base, I've got plenty. Say you play on Tundra, for example. Just say it's a Tundra map, and your second town center and third town center are awful. One option is to save Lure and use that in the middle of the game on your second town center to be able to get yourself an extra 750 food on top of your second town center as an option. Just as an option. Just a random thought there. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. But we are going to be seeing Shelty here advancing to the next age very, very shortly here. The question is, will we see Theseus coming out? And the answer here for Matrieuss is a resounding yes, as he wants to be putting that pressure onto Shelty immediately here in this game. Now, a very, very easy counter, and I'm going to keep saying it until people do it and prove me wrong that it's not an easy counter, but an easy counter here against the early Theseus is to put on your gold, instead of putting two villagers on gold, you put 3 villagers on gold. And you do this till about the 4-minute mark. So at 3:30 to 4:30, that's your advance time. You put it onto the gold at 3:30. You put it on there for 30 seconds. That allows you the gold to make yourself hero oracles, and then you can manually convert them all. Once 4 minutes hits, you put the villagers back over onto wood, and that allows you to have the wood to get yourself both the hero oracles and yourself getting the military buildings down in time. Kind of. You can actually see here that, look at the resources that that Shelty's got. He has 100 gold wood in the bank. If he had that in gold instead, the extra wood that he has now, not that important, and he'd be able to make all of those oracles into heroes without wasting valor, and be able to defend this Hunt very, very easily. And then he'll be able to easily get himself those Murmillo and Terma out instead of being floating all of these resources at this point. As we do see the Valor gets dropped, the Theseus is going to be retreating away, and I imagine that Matrieuss here is going to be feeling like he's had a bit of a win here as we see the Centaur coming through to deal with these Promethean offspring that are trying to push in and attack those villages, but it looks like the Promethean offspring do fall here, and we do indeed see Matrieuss. He is dropping double stables here to start this game off. He is going mass Hippocon to try and make this work, as we do see the units here of Matrieuss pushing in onto this position. The Oracles move straight past that as they're going right in onto those villages. But look at Matrieuss here. This gate is absolutely beautiful as he simply just retreats back. The villagers get to safety, and now Shelty, he's got to pull back. He can't really take this fight just yet. And because he didn't manually heroize those heroes here, he's not going to have the hero Terma, as he has to manually heroize that unit there to deal with the Centaur, as the army starting to take this fight. But Matrieuss' army very, very strong at this point, as we see a shockwave coming through the hero Terma, attempting to push in and take down that that Centaur here, as he gets one final shot off it and does manage to take that one down. But he will be losing his hero Terma with that trade. We see one villager kill, one more shot, as we do see the Murmillo gets slowed down. He gets snared by the Hippocon and is not able to finish that one off, as Shelty is going to have to retreat back. But Shelty, realizing now he's in a one town center versus one town center gameplay here, he's going to be happy about this. We'll see what Matrieuss' plan is. Matrieuss has got walls up all over the place already, so Shelty here going to have to break those down to get damage done as he does start pushing forward. There is a Hippolyta already in. Do we see a third military building coming down for Matrieuss? Not just yet, as Matrieuss, he is floating some resources here, so it is important when you're going for one town center to remember roughly at the 6-minute mark is when you want to be putting your third military building down. Maybe it's a little bit different when you're making Hippocon, but roughly at the 6-minute mark, third building comes down. You've got a lot of resources. Should basically be sitting at about 65 population now, or 70 population for the Poseidon player. For the Greek player, if you're going for a one town center play. But it looks like Matrieuss is going for a completely different play here. Instead of going for the extra military buildings, he is going for favor here, which whether he's going for Spirited Charge Hippocon or he's going for Centaur remains to be seen. Now, we do see that Matrieuss is going to be scouting this out. We still haven't seen any units getting created just yet for Matrieuss. Matrieuss has got 20 favor in the bank. He needs, I believe, 25 favor. Yep, 25 favor for Spirited Charge. But, I mean, I've said this before, and I'll reiterate the point. Spirited Charge costs your villagers. Favor is a resource, right? You could have had other resources instead of having favor. But if Matrieuss here is actually wanting Spirited Charge in this game, which he is, Spirited Charge costs 250 food and roughly 250 resources of any other resource in terms of favor. So you could have an extra 250 food, you could have extra 250 wood, you can have extra 250 gold, or any combination of the three, because those villagers would have been able to grab it. As we are now starting to see the Hippocon roaming around the map. So the only reason to be going for this, as we do see the Hippolyta snipe there, nice play from Shelty. The only reason to be going for this is for the mobility. He wants mobility. He wants to go for raids. So the other option, which you can manage to do, if you can think about how resources work, is you could actually get yourself copper mail and an armory up for the same cost, or well, for 50 resources left. And then you could also start thinking about getting some other upgrades. So you do see the Hippocon now moving in to the main base of Shelty, getting a surround on this citizen. This is absolutely huge for Matrieuss. If he's not paying attention, though, he's trying to get both of the citizen, and he doesn't manage to do so. He gets one citizen, though, as this one going to be pulling into the house here as some units coming through to defend against this 6.05 speed Hippocon are out. And Matrieuss, he's got to kind of buy his time a little bit to get his units through. He's going to be taking these fights, probably having a decent time here, able to take down some of those Prometheans here, as Shelty's trying to find where Matrieuss Matrieuss is, but at this point, Matrieuss has got himself watchtowers. He's on the herdables. He's going to be throwing down an archery range at this point. As the units come through to push those Hippocon away, Matrieuss is searching around the map here, trying to find villagers to kill here in this game, as Matrieuss here pulling, Shelty here pulling his units off of this location. They were in a good spot there to defend that hunt, but he's pulling those off as the Hippocon come in. Now, there is a Catapulti here, and Catapulti is a very, very scary unit to deal with here, as we do see the Hippocon pushing in to take down some of those citizen. Will Shelty be paying attention on this one? He does pay attention. The unit's now going to be pulling back over here to try and deal with this, as over on this position over here, we do see some Hippocon getting taken down, as Shelty searching around looking for some villagers to take out in this position. He does find a villager here that he can potentially kill, and the units will start targeting that one down, but it looks like Shelty doesn't pay attention there well enough, and the villager manages to get to safety, as the Hippocon pushing in here, trying to get in onto those Terma, but Matrieuss here, his army not quite strong enough to fight there at this point, as we see units pushing in over here, defending, dealing with everything, as the Hippocon coming back in onto this position. Villagers on the wood here, as it looks like Shelty here, Max Train Shelty is going to be hitting the heroic age very, very shortly. And we do see one citizen getting sniped down there, a second citizen almost going down, as well as the gold mine going to be finishing up there. As well, Shelty can jump onto these chicken. He can take these villagers over here onto this gold mine as an option here, as he's moving his citizen forward, sitting at full population here. And what is the plan here now for Shelty? My idea here for Oranos in this position would be to stay one town center, not lose any villagers, stop losing citizen, and go mythic age. That's got to be the play here. And on the other side of the spectrum here, Matrieuss, he doesn't have the resources here. He really does not have the resources to get to the next stage. He's about to be out of goats. He will have to farm here in this game, and he's going to be finding himself having a difficult time of it, as those Hippocons still searching around for some villagers. These villagers in the middle of the map here, no house on this gold mine, is a very, very risky move here from Shelty. Hyperion has been clicked up. An interesting decision there by Shelty to go Hyperion instead of anything else, as we do see the Hippocon coming in onto this position. The citizen here attempting to retreat back, as they do manage to teleport through the Hippocon there. The mana going to be getting taken down here as well, as these citizens need to make a break for it. The Hippocon going to be able to snipe 3 of those citizen down if Shelty can't get back here in time. We do see a mana getting dropped down onto this position. The shockwave having to get thrown down there. The Catapulti is coming in onto this position. A bit of a misclick there onto the hyena, as one citizen goes down. The army coming through here. Another citizen going down. A third citizen potentially will be falling here as the Hippocon get pushed back. 1 or 2 Hippocon going down for that trade is absolutely huge there for Matrieuss, as he manages to get a huge raid onto the Oranos of Shelty here. Hyperion will be hitting though, and here's the thing. Shelty, he needs to just simply push in and hit this gold mine now. Matrieuss is out of his main base. Matrieuss at full population, but it doesn't really matter because its Catapultis are out. It's mostly Hippocon. This army should be able to fight here and win fights and take off a gold, but at this point, does Shelty know about it? He knows there's a gold mine over here. He knows that's the only gold which Matrieuss could potentially have, and it's 12 minutes into the game. He knows that he should be attacking onto that position, but he's not sure where to attack at this point, as now Matrieuss, he's distracted the army one way. He's distracted the army another way. He snipes another villager here. Shelty is getting so outplayed in this game, as we see a handful of units now moving over onto this gold mine. We see the chaos getting dropped down as the Satyr getting chased around here. The army coming back in onto this position to try and defend this one here. Shelty is at 11 citizen here in this game, but does that matter? The fact of the matter here is that Shelty is in the heroic age. Shelty can get a gold starved here. Matrieuss, on the other hand, he is about to be heading to the next age, and he still has ceasefire. He still has ceasefire. He needs to remember to use it, is the big thing. As the army here coming back onto this position, going to be defending this one. The Hippocon still moving around on this position as the units now trying to push through, taking this one. And Matrieuss, for the first time ever, uses ceasefire in the right moment of the game. Why is this the right moment of the game? Matrieuss has sniped a ton of villagers. All he needs to do is bide his time, and he's going to be completely fine here. We see walls coming up as well. Why? Because sniping villagers after you pick off a villager, the actual advantage of picking off the villager doesn't start coming into your favor until a minute later, 2 minutes later, where the potential resources that villager could have grabbed end up going away, right? End up going into your favor because you haven't lost villagers, they have. So he just needs to wait his time, bide his time here, get to the next age, get some upgrades, and he's done exactly that. Shelty here has got himself heavy infantry now. He's going to be trying to push in. He needs to get a gold staff here. He needs to do everything he possibly can to push through, but there's going to be curse available for Matrieuss. And Matrieuss here, he can pull back. He can wait, bide it out until he's got his curse here. We do see the units pushing through. I'm surprised to see no barracks down here for Matrieuss to start making some immediate capacities here. But curse drops. Shelty gonna have to retreat back. The units here too strong for Shelty to fight, as he's going to be trying to push through this small crack in the wall. The Matrieuss is going to be kicking himself for not having built there. As we do see the units here turning around, taking the fight a little bit more as the Nemean Lion comes through here, manually heroizing a unit. A Miller here to defend this one as the Hippocon pushing through. Valor coming through as well. Going to be pushing these units back, getting a hero Arcus as well, as that Nemean Lion going to be getting chased away for the time being. But Matrieuss is in with a huge advantage. Matrieuss is at a huge advantage here. 47 villagers right now compared to the 13 citizen of Shelty. But Shelty going to be attempting to push through. Shelty's army is going to be slightly bigger than Matrieuss. He's also got a very, very hard counter to those Hippocon, which Shelty has got here. But we do see a second town center up for Matrieuss. No military academy down just yet. We see a Nemean Lion coming through. I'm sure there's going to be a chaos available very, very soon here, though, for Shelty. He's going to be attempting to snipe that low HP Nemean Lion down, retreating back, and be waiting for that second kind of timing that is chaos is going to be giving him. Shelty's got kind of one chance and one chance alone here as well. He's going to continue to put pressure onto this position, try and keep Matrieuss low on the population. He still doesn't have that chaos available for him as he's pulling back. We see Atlanta in as well here to help out as the Nemean Lion here at the back gets caught back ever so slightly. More units coming through here. There's the shockwave onto those Toxotes, giving a huge advantage in this fight. Still no chaos getting dropped down as it's still not available. It's a very, very long wait for that second chaos to come through, and Matrieuss kind of knows that as he's pushing through with his Nemean Lion, dealing so much damage onto Shelty's army here, and Shelty drops down now to 90 population as the citizen pulling back. Shelty just does not have the economy here to get to that mythic age and produce here, and he is completely getting caught out in this game as the village is getting pushed off of that gold mine now. Shelty's got a ton of Toxotes that he's going to have to deal with here in this game. Matrieuss is on 2 town centers. He's got his farm set up. He's setting farms on this town center as well. Heavy archers coming through. Shaft mine coming through. Shelty completely on the back foot. Creates a couple of those hero Mamillo to try and push the Nemean Lion away here as well. The citizen on this position over here going to be getting pushed back. We see some Contarius coming out to try and deal with those Toxotes. This has been something that I've seen Atlantean players doing quite a bit recently. They've been forgetting that Contarius, while obviously cavalry do beat Toxotes, they do beat Toxotes, but you need to have a ton of cavalry out. The actual answer to Toxotes, the easiest answer to Toxotes, is to have destroyers. But Shelty in this position, he doesn't have a second town center. He doesn't have full population. He does have heavy cavalry, not heavy cavalry, heavy infantry in, but he's got heavy infantry now against full heavy Toxotes. And he doesn't now have any Terma to deal with those Toxotes either, as Matrieuss is just going to be pulling back. Matrieuss can very simply just sit back, get himself some upgrades, but most importantly, go to the next age. He should be a little bit concerned about this gold mine. Very simply, he could just push forward, drop a fortress down here, and be in a very, very good position As we see Shelty pulling back into this position over here. The barracks attempting to go down, but mass Toxotes for Matrieuss not going to cut it. We see heavy cavalry coming through as a third town center comes down for Matrieuss. The Hippocon moving across here, going to be looking to take out some villages as the citizen moving over onto the large gold mine, going to be greeted by these Hippocon. Chaos gets dropped, and Shelty decides, yep, that's game. Matrieuss showing why he is the king of Poseidon. Really utilizing the spirited charge Hippocon to the absolute nth degree here. I was calling it out for maybe not the most efficient of upgrades, but in terms of speed, maybe it is 100% worth the extra resources to get that speed out, to allow the Poseidon player to roam around the map, getting all of those raids. The question really has to be, if you see this as the Oranos player, just leave some Catapulti around on the map, because you know that your opponent is behind on population because of the Spirited Charge upgrade. Just leave some Catapulti in your base, bang, bang. Leave some Catapulti on your hunt, bang, bang, and raid your opponent, forcing him into bad positions. That way, you're going to be able to deal with that speed very simply, and the Poseidon player is not going to be able to make that work. But here in this game, a beautiful play. I really enjoyed this one from Matrieuss. Time and time again, we see Greek players, specifically Poseidon players, not clicking ceasefire until after they lose a fight. Whereas Matrieuss here, he had a plan. He knew, okay, I'm going to wait until I get to the heroic age before I engage the Oranos, and I'm going to utilize the curse ability, the curse god power, to make sure that my gold mine is safe, to make sure that I'm able to get this town center and be able to continue in this game beautifully. And he manages to very cleanly take this series 2-0. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.